Okay, we're go. Action. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Wednesday night Dream Team Zoom. I'll let everybody introduce themselves, but I'll start with introducing myself. My name is Kristen Joy Martin. I am an ADK. I've been involved with the company since June. I'm in love with Lavelle, and this company has been an absolute blessing to our family, our team, and I'll let Shawna go ahead and introduce herself.
I'm Shawna Hewlin. I'm a 40K. I've been with the company since, July, I guess?
Yep.
That's for you? Yeah.
Yep.
So July of this year, and I'm a mom of 5 kids, super busy. So if I can do this, anybody can.
That is a fact. I can really do it with one. So she's super mom.
Lacie.
I'm Lacie. I am a 200K. Whoop, whoop. It was just my 1 year Thriveanniversary on the 15th. I'm super stoked. I have 4 kids. I have a 7-year-old and 3 4-year-olds. I am a single mom, and I also work a 40-hour-a-week job for insurance because I have cancer, and it's amazing. It's not amazing, but it's fine. And so that's just, my life is insanity all the time. So.
You're muted, Kristen, again.
Sorry, I had to remute new people. So Kristen, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Shawna, you are a little hard to hear. A few people have said that. So I'm not sure if you just need to get like this close. Yeah, you are a little hard to hear. That's weird.
Can you hear me better now or no?
No.
Not really.
I might have to tune in from my phone then. We'll see.
Okay, take your time. It's not a problem.
I'm on my laptop, and normally I do it on my phone, so.
Yeah. So you're talking to 3 very busy, crazy ladies who have all sorts of life going on. All of us do a lot of things, even on top of Lavelle as far as life goes. So if we can do it, you guys can do it. I promise. Sometimes they say, I've heard people say before that sometimes it's the busiest people that are able to kick butt in business because you're so used to multitasking as it is. You're just like, what's one more thing? What's one more thing? And so we, as you can see, we just kind of were like, what's one more thing? And it's been amazing. So tonight, you guys, we have been wanting to do a Zoom about social media, attraction marketing, building your brand, and face-to-face building for months, but it's just been crazy. It's been so crazy to get something together. And last night we were like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this thing. So for me, I build about 95% of my business through social media. Shawna is very much a face-to-face builder. She also does social media as well, but I'll let her tell you her statistics, but I would say she's probably maybe 50-50. Are you kind of 50-50 as well, or?
Yeah, most of my team is elsewhere social media, but most of my customers are local.
Okay, that's really cool. So tonight, you guys you're not just going to get one side of how to build this business. You guys are going to get this from a lot of different perspectives, and we're going to have a special guest hop on around 9:30 as well. So no matter which one of us is talking at that time, we'll probably stop for 10 or 15 minutes, let our special guest share some of her thoughts or his. I don't know. Just kidding, it's a her. So we'll let them hop on and share for a little bit. Take notes. You guys, we want to answer your questions. There's a lot of people in here, so if you do have a question, please use like the little hand raising thing if you can figure that out. I think it's under like the little 3 dots. If you could try that, or just maybe even at the end when we open it up for questions, but we definitely are happy to do that. So let's go ahead and start. I'm just going to start talking a little bit about the social media aspect. So who here knows what attraction marketing is? Just like throw your hand up at me if you understand what that terminology is at all. Traction marketing. I see 2 hands, 3 hands. I saw one of these. So we got like 4.5 hands. Okay. So some people know what it is and some people don't. What the amazing thing about attraction marketing is it means that you are actually attracting people to you. You're attracting people even to your Lavelle business without even having to post about your Lavelle business, which is kind of mind-blowing to some people. I think we have some noise again.
Yeah.
I got ADD, so as soon as I hear noise,
Yeah, I can mute, but every time I mute,
mute it, and I'll unmute myself again.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, guys. Seriously, ADD. So attraction marketing has a lot to do with you posting up things that are attracting people to you that are not specific to your business, but because you're posting them and drawing attention to yourself, you're drawing attention to your business, which sounds crazy. So have you guys ever seen somebody posting on Facebook where they're like, type in mom life and see what GIF pops up. The GIF, the GIF, right? So we've seen those all over the place. I've seen that nonstop where people are like making a post, and then they'll have like 20, 30, some people get 200 comments underneath of just crazy GIFs that have something to do with mom life, or Christmas time. I saw a ton of that, or the dance party GIFs, or whatever. Those have absolutely nothing to do with growing your Lavelle business. But what it's doing is it's attracting people to your page. And in return, what that's doing is actually making Facebook, the algorithm, tell the Facebook world, oh, Lacie is interested in the things that Kristen's posting about because Lacie commented on Kristen's silly gift post. Well, guess what's going to happen next time I make a Lavelle post? Lacie is going to see it because she commented on my very popular post. You'll see those same things where people are asking maybe advice about parenting, or I'm not a big one for posting about hot topics because I think you make less friends with that, but just anything. People love to give their opinion. They love to share about their experiences. So by making posts that have nothing to do with your business, but everything to do with drawing people into your social media world, is a huge way to grow your business. And I'll tell you, the worst way to grow your business is to turn your Facebook page into an advertisement page. I see that happen a lot where people come in and they think all of a sudden, Bonnie, she's Bonnie and she's having a good time and she's like fun Bonnie. And then she starts this business and now Bonnie's not fun anymore and she's posting ads. Ones with glitter on them about Lavelle, DFTs, and things that have like just make no sense. Pictures of bottles and anything she can find online. They may even be fuzzy. She's just going to post it because she thinks that that's what she has to do is turn into a commercial to start selling these products. Whereas somebody like, Chandra, she might come in and she's like, you know what? I just kind of want to incorporate these products into my life. Like I'm Chandra. I'm hilarious. I'm fun. I'm super into, I don't know if she is, but she's like, say she's super into yoga. She's going to incorporate the products into her passions, right? Into the things she's already excited about. And now it's just Lavelle's now a piece of her puzzle, not her entire puzzle. So instead of people going to, Bonnie, they're like, girl, I am tired of seeing those posts. So they're going to be like unfollow, maybe a little unfriend, or they start to just kind of, they don't engage with her anymore. So they're now no longer seeing her posts. She's kind of burning her bridges. So for any of you who are on here, please hear me that attraction marketing and building your own brand and staying true to who you are is the most important thing that you can do with your business. I know, like, for example, Shawna, I don't know where she went. I don't see her on my screen anymore. I hope she's on here.
You see, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. You're not on the same page anymore.
No, because I'm like trying to, it's wonky. I'm trying to use the audio from my phone, but look on my computer because it's just.
Well, that's okay.
I don't know. It might not.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So one of the things that Shawna is hilarious. She's known as Crazy Shawna. And Shawna has been amazing at incorporating her crazy life and all of her kids and Lavelle right into that, talking about, little subtle posts of her car and doing, her and her daughter do a thing called Munchie Monday. And every Monday they try out a food they've never tried before that's weird. And that has nothing to do with Lavelle, right? But they're doing a live video, which is attracting people to their page, and they're entertaining people. They're giving people an entertainment value to her personal page, which is essentially her storefront. So on Mondays, she is making her algorithm go through the roof, where people are going to want to be, paying attention to her. And even if they don't want to, all of her stuff is going to be showing up in their news feeds now because they engaged with her on this live post. So I cannot stress enough to you guys that you don't want to be all business. You want to be you. You want to figure out what you are about. And then you want to incorporate your business into that so that you are giving people, a variety and essentially entertaining in a way. Lacie, do you want to add anything to that so far?
Yeah, always. I agree. Like, you can't just one day be one part of yourself and then the next day just kind of be like this robot. And I see people do it all the time. You just, like, they make these posts that are just so dry and robotic. I think one thing that people really love about my story, and not so much that people love like hard parts of your life or whatever, but they can just relate to it. They can relate to a messy divorce. They can relate to feeling sick and yuck. They can relate to having anxiety attacks and depression and things like that. So when you're raw and you're vulnerable and you're inviting people into your life, then they want to stick around. They're falling in love with you.
Yep.
And they're going to fall in love with you first before they even are interested in trying the product or hearing about the opportunity, because they need to trust you. This is weird, okay? There is a weird stigma about social media marketing and network marketing, and people are real buttholes sometimes. And so it takes a lot of courage for them to step out and ask. So they really need to feel like they can trust you and value your opinion and your leadership for them to want to be on your journey. You have to be likable.
Yeah.
People have to like you.
Yeah. Oh, that is so true. I know it sounds so ridiculous, but it's true, you guys. People are buying you before they're buying the product. I mean, what separates me, somebody who knows 5 people that sell Lavelle? Why are they going to buy from you? What is it about you that's different than the 4 other people that they know that are selling Lavelle, or maybe another product? What is it about you that people are drawn to? They trust you. They like you. You want to be somebody that they want to give their email address to, somebody that they trust, somebody that they're willing to say, hey, I'm going to give you a little bit of access to my life by trusting you to try these products. And they want to make sure that you're going to be somebody that they can feel safe with, for trusting their health with. And so making sure that people like you and can relate to you really is not to be underestimated. You can sell the best product. You could sell the best price product. You could offer the best deal. You could offer, all you have to do is pay for shipping, and I'm going to give you $150 for free. But if people don't trust you and like you, they're not going to go for it. Mm-hmm. So you could have the same person could be watching somebody else who's not giving any type of deal, but because they trust you and believe in you and know that you're the real deal, they're going to go to the other person. And that's really important to understand. So Lacie, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I like it. Cut me off.
You're Lacie's great. If you guys don't know Lacie, you need to be her best friend. Like, she is one of my favorite people in this world.
Well, it's something that I was thinking about on my drive home, because I have a 50-minute commute, and it has been like the snowmageddon of the century.
Yeah.
It's Tennessee, so it doesn't really ever snow. So when it snows and ices, everything shuts down. So I was thinking about it, and if you just take a sneak peek at Shawna's Facebook and Kristen's Facebook and other social media outlets, you're not going to feel like they are salesy at all. Like, you look at their whole thread and they have sales posts, they have business posts, but overall you're drawn in because they're silly and they're goofy and they're real and they're hot messes and they're just putting it out there and they're being themselves while still incorporating some of the business. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to just be one or the other. You can use little secret, and this is something that I like to do, and I'm kind of a tease. So don't give your whole story in one post. Oh my gosh, make teasers. It drives people nuts. It just drives them nuts. But it invites them to keep coming back, and they're going to look for little clues all over the place. This is why Taylor Swift is so popular, because she'll like put these little back doors places, and then like her fans have to go and search out stuff. You need to leave.
Mom life.
Mommy. We're making popcorn. So it keeps people interested, and plus people are nosy, okay? So there's this guy I'm seeing.
I keep asking me about it, and you won't even answer me, you jerk.
I know. I keep seeing these Man Crush Mondays.
We'll talk about this after.
It's been a couple months, and it's really fun, and he's amazing. So just recently, I started sharing that because I was selfish, okay? Plus, it's like a sensitive subject. You know, I'm a single mom of 4 kids. Incorporating a new person in my life is a big deal, especially when I live my life on social media. And, you know, I have my intimate personal life, but I have my social media family, which I don't take for granted. And it's a big deal. These people love you and they're invested in your life. And I've been doing this since 2012. So, you know, I've got a big following of people that just feel like they know me and feel like they're involved in my life. And so, you know, I want to share things with them, but I'm also kind of selfish sometimes too. So I'll just drop little things like, I included him like in the background of one of my pictures, and people are like, what? Who is that?
What's happening?
What's going on? Wait a minute. Who's that?
It's clever. It's creative. It's getting creative.
Yeah, so you can do these little things here and there. Also, I've learned really interesting pets with ridiculous names, kind of a big deal. Like one of my I got a naked Sphinx cat. He only lived 4 days. It was really sad.
Oh, you're going to have to mute out again. Lacie, you need to mute again.
Okay. I think I got it. So he was a naked Sphinx cat, and his name was Sir Howard Fuzzy Pants. Then I have a yellow lab, and his name is Nash Huckleberry Picklebottom. And I have an English Mastiff, and his name is Tater Tot.
You're still somebody who's not muted.
No, I don't understand. I said mute all. Mute all. Okay. So, especially in the Instagram world, when you learn about hashtags and ways to reach out to other people, when you incorporate, like, it's not a hot topic, but it's like a popular topic where people are really into their animals, like really into their animals. So I've gotten a huge following of people just because they like my dog Tater.
Right.
And they like his name. And they like naked Sphinx cats, you know, so you can be really creative.
Utilize those pets though. That's so true, Lacie, because I got a new puppy for my daughter for Christmas, and her name's Poppy. And so Poppy has her own hashtag now, Poppy the puppy. And like I have so many followers just like literally in the last month because of this daggone fluffy puppy Poppy.
Your fan club.
It is. It's so cute. And I'm like, dang, I should have got a dog sooner.
Yeah, you gotta utilize.
Look at puppies and kittens than babies. I swear it. Mm-hmm. They're obsessed.
Yeah. That's because you can leave puppies and kittens at home. But But it's true. You want to figure, you got to utilize what you have, guys. You know, find what's unique about you. Using your family, using your job. Like I know Donna has a spa, so she will do posts, and she's now made herself an expert on skin or nails, and she can talk about those things. And you don't have to be an expert in anything, but what are you passionate about? What do you love? And those are the things that you want to make sure that you are sharing about and posting about. It's kind of like you want to become an authority on something. You know, if you guys have noticed, like Lisa's done a lot of, started doing a whole series on anxiety and depression. And although that might be an uncomfortable topic for some people to address, instead of her letting it be something that she kept quiet, she went out there and started sharing about it. And not only has that been something that's drawn a lot more people to her, but it's also serving her community and her network well. So they're trusting her. It's another level of them trusting her. If you go on my page, you're going to see a lot of talk about body positivity and Lisa Fuller, guys. Sorry. You're going to see a lot of talk about body positivity and my journey that I'm going in a pageant for the very first time as somebody who is terrified to do that. And I'm just showing people this vulnerable side and this journey. And it's been really cool. So you got to figure out what you're about. Yes, exactly. Marie just said that she's a special needs mom. Like that is huge. The special needs community, moms are they're worn out. They're giving everything of themselves, even more than the average mom. And so being able to be a light in that world is huge. So it's not necessarily specific to Lavelle, but you're doing this attraction marketing and you're creating this, whole thing around yourself. I don't know exactly what the word is. I blanked on it for a second, but you're just creating your own brand basically of who you are and what you represent. So listen, guys, our special talker tonight just hopped on for a second. So I'm going to let her hop on and we're going to switch subjects here for a second. Chas, are you on?
Hey, guys.
There you are. All right, you guys, we have Miss Chastity on tonight.
Oh my God. It's like 172 people hanging out in my office. It's so cool. I hope with this, guys, you know, that y'all take this and even snap a picture of this. Oh my gosh, hanging out. I didn't know I could fit 172 people in my office. OMG. Things like that. Those are things that you can do. And Kristen, I'll let you tell me what I'm going to talk about because I don't even know. But one of the things is when you are doing that marketing, for example, I posted that picture where I put, oh my gosh, it was crazy. I said, I'm about to get sheet faced. I had almost 400 likes, comments, and engagement. Guys, out of the 350 or whatever, only 20 were non-thrivers. So those are the intentional, unfun things that you have to look at. How many of my posts are reaching non-thrivers? How many of my non-thriving friends are commenting, engaging on my cats, on my dog, on my kids, things like that? Go back. It's not just a popularity. Oh, I got 500 likes. Yay me. Well, if 499 of them are thrivers, did you really do what you set out to accomplish? So those are those things that you can reach back out. So tell me my topic.
Okay, so I want to have you talk. You are amazing at face-to-face interaction. So far we've been talking just about social media engagement and interaction. So can you just share some tips and information about, and I think this is one of the scariest things for people sometimes is actually talking to human beings in person about the Thrive experience and how to bring that up. So if you could just kind of share about that, that would be awesome.
Well, one of my most annoying things is when I have somebody in your community, and guys, here's the thing. Your community has not been even tapped into. If you can go to your local Walmart, CVS, Dollar General, whatever, and you don't see DFTs on everyone. So that means your opportunity is endless in your community. Mm-hmm. But if I am putting out on social media, I'm happy, I'm all of these things, and they see me at Walmart and I can't speak, I can't say hello. What messages am I actually sending? What if they were looking to join me on this journey? And exactly the reverse. You know, I have people in my community, they like everything I post. I mean, all of these things, but they can't say hi to me in Walmart. So I'm going to intentionally go out of my way. Hey girl, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you, because I'm that annoying thriver in their newsfeed, right? So, you know, one thing to remember is you just have to do it. If it makes your knees shake, if it scares you to death, then that is the thing that you need to do. You never know when you are that, you know, maybe they work retail, maybe they work in a job where they haven't had anybody say anything kind or nice to them today. And you're that compliment. And I think that our attraction marketing is, you can take that into your personal marketing as well. I promise you that I do not walk up to somebody and, now if I haven't seen them in a while, I may kind of, you know, I check to make sure my DFT's like showing and visible, or like Flip's hair, DFT, you know, but you know, that's not your focus is, oh my gosh, Kristen, I haven't seen you in 20 years. Have you heard about Thrive?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not okay. And it's the same thing with your social media. So you've got to make sure that you're talking to people, engaging with people, strangers. I carry sticky notes at all times. I carry business cards at all times. At all times, I'm prepared to make a connection with people. Hey, I know we got to go, but are you on Facebook? Everybody's on Facebook. I connect almost everybody, and free accounts are vital to our growth. But I'll be honest, I don't ask people, hey, can I get your email address so I can create you a free account? No, they're going to tell me, no, that's weird. Or they're going to give me their bogus email that they don't even use. But if I say, you know what, I want to stay connected with you. Gosh, I know we could like add so much value to each other. I connect with them on Facebook. I connect with them on social media. So is what they are seeing, what they just met in public, what they're now translating into, because that next meeting they're going to have with me is my social platform. So I'm this nice, positive, uplifting person in Facebook, but they went to my Facebook and in public, and now my Facebook is nothing but negativity. So, you know, make sure that you are finding a way to connect with them. How can I, and get creative. And remember, our passion and excitement face-to-face has a tendency to translate into vomit. And what you have to do is sit in the skeptic's seat often. And what does that mean? I am someone that has been watching you have success. That's great. Your bills are paid. That's not helping me. I'm watching you be able to run and work out. That's great. I have zero desire to work out, and I'm dragging my butt out of bed, and that's cool that it's working for you. And if I sit here and take all their time, they don't even want to be at the Walmart shopping, much less be on the cleaning aisle. And here I am talking about how great and amazing life is, and they are going to scrape up maybe some extra cash to even pay for their groceries. If I will say, you know what, it is so good to see you, I would love to catch up. If they're in your community and they're close, there's no reason you can't get together. If there's someone that you've said, hey, I would love to connect with them. But it's about being real, being genuine, and, you know, for people that you may see again, connect with them on Facebook. Strangers, get really good at somehow, you know, when I travel, people are, where are you from? Oh my gosh, I'm from Texas. Well, then the next question is going to be, what are you doing here? I'm on business. You know, we have to position ourselves with statements that are going to require a call to action. Again, just like we do on Facebook. You have to get really good at, you know, giving them something, you know, say you're in a gym scenario. Well, they may be incredibly intimidating. Well, if I'm working out, I don't want to take my earbuds out to hear a local or Thrive experience, but I might talk to you, I speak, I say hello, I find opportunity. If they are drinking something and it's colored, you know, oh my gosh, what's your pre-workout of choice, you know, or they're at the gym, they're investing in themselves. Hey, what protein do you use? What's your post-workout regimen? Things like that are relevant to the situation. And if you will get really good at talking to strangers And one thing, guys, get to a point where you can position yourself for rejection, because I've shared this so many times. I had somebody, and I thought, perfect scenario. This mom just has all these kids and they're going crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think you need what I have. Those kids look like they are a handful. And the dad looked over at me and he said, it looks like you can mind your own business. Oh, you talk about thinking that you just want to crawl in a hole and die. I literally absolutely would not put that card back in my pocket or my purse, because I refuse to be defeated in that situation. If I had to put that card up and said, you know what, I could have never even talked to another person, because you are in, guys, listen, sit down. You're in the rejection business, and you need to get rejected 50 times a day. And that means you had a great day. Like, who does that? We do, because we're crazy. But when you get to the point and understand they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting change. And people don't like change. And so when you talk to people, you say hello to them. You know what? This was such a fun conversation. I would love to follow back up. I would love to I'm flying, I'm leaving here. I'm going back to Texas, but I think we could be besties. Say something like that, and they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, no, I don't want to be your best. But they may laugh. You may trigger an emotion for them. And then, I know, we're not going to be besties, but I really honestly would love to just get connected with you on Facebook. So those are the things. I love when I'm in town and I'm out and about, if I see another entrepreneur that has their decal on their car, I send them a text message. Hey, I parked by you at Target. Congratulations. I love entrepreneurs. Hope you're having a great day. Well, who is this weirdo that just texted me? And now I'm really creeped out because they have my phone number, and are they sitting in the parking lot? They're probably going to go, who is this? Who are you? Oh, here's my Facebook link, winky face. Now they got to go to Facebook because they're curious. They want to know who I am. Those are things, guys, literally. Those are the things I do all the time where my family goes, can you just not? When I am out and about, and Kristen, I know I maxed on my time, but
you're fine. Take your time.
The other thing is, guys, how many times you go to a restaurant and there's business cards? How many of you grab business cards? I grab business cards all the time. There's realtors. There's people that they don't know. If I send them a text message, hey, I was at Tamales today and I grabbed your card, adding it to my file. They don't know if they're a realtor. They don't know if I'm trying to buy a house. Who is this? Hey, oh, maybe they want to buy a house. Hey, I'm John. Why don't we connect? Oh, cool. Let's connect on Facebook. I've connected with them. I had one mom, she was with me and we were doing some lunch and there was a clown's business card. And I said, hey, grab that business card. She's like, Chash, she's a clown. I said, she's a professional clown. She's an entrepreneur. And what is she doing? She's doing birthday parties with tired, exhausted, Krabby Patty moms with crazy spazzo kids. She needs what you have. And so those are the things all the time that you can be doing to grow your business. There's always opportunity. But the biggest thing is put yourself in a position to be rejected for a couple of times. And when you realize you didn't die, you'll be fine. You can move on past that. Rejection is something in this business that you have to compartmentalize and realize it's not you that they're rejecting change. And until someone is ready for a change, they're going to reject it. So set it aside and keep moving to the next person. Set it aside, keep moving to the next person. Kristen, I hope I covered some tips.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I never thought about the business card thing. So I'm going to start stalking people. I love that. I love that idea so much. Never thought about that
it's
at all.
Brilliant, and I've never thought of it. No.
Yeah.
I
awesome.
love, I only have had one other direct sales company, and we all know what that is. And I love when I see people's business cards because I'm like, oh gosh, green used to be my favorite color. Congratulations on your business or whatever. I'll send them a message and immediately I'll get who is this? And just remember, it doesn't matter if they are a real estate agent or they are selling candles. They're an entrepreneur and they don't know what you need, just like you don't know what they need. So be sure you're taking those opportunities to connect.
Yeah, I love that. I love what you said too, is if you're out and about and you're not the same as you are on social media, or say your face is in your phone the whole time, how do you expect to connect with people? You're going to turn people off, or you're not going to look up enough to actually see the people that need what you have, or to have connection moments. So that's something I've had to really train myself to do, because we're constantly on the go all the time, right? So it's really easy to be like running in somewhere really quick, and you're like, oh, let me check my messages while I'm in line, when that's the perfect opportunity to connect with somebody. But I have a question. So how did you muster up the courage then to hand that guy the business card when you said you wouldn't put it away?
No, I'm not that. Hey, look, you reject me once, that's fine. I'm not going to sit there and be silly. I'm not desperate, okay?
Yeah.
But what I did do is I kept that card in my hand, and I found somebody else.
That's good.
That card needed to exit my hand as a visual, not a sign of defeat. So I intentionally found another mom and just said, you know what, y'all are in this place. I don't remember, it's been a while. But the thing was, I refused to let that rejection stop me. And so, I said, this will not be a sign of defeat.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you said, look, we're in the rejection business. Like, that is the way that it is. And you're just one rejection away from a big old yes. And we just have to keep going and can't let it.
And depending on where you guys are, people wake up in the morning and they're praying for a breakthrough. They're praying for somebody to walk in their life. And, they might be aligning the stars, and they're saying, hey, if you want me to do something, have a girl walk up that's just smiling. Somebody give me something revelational. And you walk up and just compliment them, and maybe they're going, you know what, I've been struggling needing something, and maybe that's that person that just walked right into my life. So, take that time, get to know people. People will tell you what they're going through. Open your ears, open your eyes, and close your mouth and listen. And in a minute, they're going to project to you a need that they have. Guys, we are the entire sphere of we have it, physical or financial. If they just need a friend, we can be that too. This vehicle is way more than just, the product, whatever it is. You never know. So you've got to be willing to open your mouth. Guys, when I go to the store, I put my phone at the bottom of my purse. It is way too easy for me to be on my phone and working my business. I'm working and my head is down. I literally put my phone in my purse so that I am forced to look up and not be distracted. And I make intentional eye contact with people. Hey, how are you? And you can potentially have a conversation in the aisle, in the shampoo aisle, in the conditioner aisle. But if you're looking down at your phone and you're distracting, you may miss that person that has been praying for you to walk into life.
Yes.
I love that. I don't know about you guys, but I love that. Thank you so much for getting on. I know you had like an hour and a half worth of a Zoom before us, but we really appreciate it so much.
Okay, love you guys. See y'all later.
Thanks,
bye. All right. Okay, we're done. What else?
There's nothing left to say. She said everything I would, so.
Every time I spend time with Chas, I'm always like, I'm ready to just go 200K tomorrow. Like, she just blows me out of the water. She's amazing. So, well, let's go ahead and just continue on with that talk about person to person. So let's move on to Shawna. Shawna is a professional friend maker, you guys. If you're not good at making friends or people scare you, you need to channel your inner Shawna, because I'm pretty social and personable. And sometimes I'm like, Shawna, girl, we need some like personal time. Like, why do we make friends with everybody? Like, she is so good at making the waitress her BFF. And like, she's amazing. So Shawna, why don't you share some of your tips as far as, share away, whatever you want to share.
Like, pretty much Chas, just said it all. Like, for me, like Kristen said, I go out of my way to make everyone my best friend. And Chas was even talking about that, how, like she was like joking about saying, oh, you're going to be my BFF. I actually really say that, and they really do. So it's about making a connection, finding an open door, being aware of your surrounding. This is really weird for me, having audio here and the video over there. So if I look
Can
weird,
you turn it off?
I'm so sorry. Here, I'm just going to close it like that. There we go.
There you go.
It was like distracting in my ADD. I see me talking over there. So anyways, like for me, it's about when you're out and about, like making a connection. I saw somebody like comment about how they always leave their business card at the restaurant with their tip. that's great, but make sure you're making a connection with them. Yeah. Like find something so that it's not just about business. Like the minute that you make it personal and you connect with them and build a relationship should always be key in the person-to-person part of this, because let's face it, like there's always somebody selling something. And so like people are looking for people who are genuine and real and stuff. So I always approach things from a friendship standpoint first. I'm not a salesperson. And people are always like, oh, you're so good at sales. No, I'm really not. I hate sales. I absolutely hate sales. But what I do like is people. I'm a people person. I'm in the business of people. And so like when you approach it from that standpoint, it changes everything. It's a game changer. And so for me, like when I go out in public with the goal of intentionally building relationships and meeting people everywhere I go, I call it the no game. And I actually try to set a goal for myself. Say, I'll try to get 20 no's, because I know in those 20 no's that I'm going to get a bunch of yeses. You know, let's say 1 in 10 people say yes, you know, that's still like 4 people that said yes, or that, you know, I found a connection with that I can build a relationship with. And so I always like try to lead with friendship first. And I add them as my friend on social media, and they almost every single time do. And so I'm always like, I build something. I'm really good. I don't know. Like sometimes it's just, I guess, a gift. I don't know. Like I've grew up in a crazy environment with tons of people in and out of my life. And I did drug prevention in the school system and stuff. So I had to be outgoing and had to learn people and study people. So if you're not a people person, I would, you know, encourage you and challenge you to start studying people. Start with small steps of making yourself more approachable. Like Chaz said, put your phone away. I keep my phone in my pocket. And the reason why I do it in my pocket, not the bottom of my purse, is if you ever saw my purse, it'd probably never get found when I do need it. And I have the anticipation that I am going to need my phone because I'm going to get that person's name on Facebook or Instagram, you know? And, but it's like, be aware of your surroundings. For instance, here's a prime example. We won the trip to Puerto Vallarta, and, you know, Kristen and I would be floating in the pool, and people, like, I would talk to people in the pool, you know, they'd be like, did everyone get shots? Is there something I need to know? You know, they thought they were Band-Aids, you know, and stuff. And I would talk, and I ended up becoming friends with everyone that was not Lavelle on that trip. But at the second resort I went to 2 different resorts. At the second one, they were like, you know, nobody looked us in the eye. You were the first person. They saw hundreds of people to thousands of people from Lavelle, but not one person connected with them and gave them the time of day to have a conversation. Everyone just assumed that they were all Lavelle people, you know? So, like, I'd just be floating in the pool and go up. I actually got invited to stay for a wedding at the second resort we went to because I made myself a part of their family, you know? Like, push yourself in there, you know? Make them love you. I always assume that everybody's going to love me, you know? I don't give them the option to tell me no or not want to be my friend, and that's why they call me Crazy Shawna.
You will love me. Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah. I said, you're like, you will love me.
You will love me, whether you want to or not. And I will grow on you if I don't now. So
yeah, exactly.
You know, but it's like, connect with people. Take the time. Look around. Look them in the eye, because you might be the only person. Smile. Start with a smile. Yeah. If it's uncomfortable to you, start with a smile, because a smile goes a long way in this day and age.
Oh my gosh, I totally agree. Like, I never, ever lead with my business, ever. I let people ask me stuff, but I always lead with a smile, and I get somebody's attention with, like, you know, like something's going on, you just catch somebody's eyes and you've got that connection, and I smile, and then a compliment. Oh my goodness gracious, you open so many doors if you just compliment somebody. Oh my gosh, I like your shoes. Where'd you get them? Your mascara looks amazing. What kind is that? Mine always clumps. Who does your eyebrows? I need my eyebrows done. It's crazy. Just the smallest thing lights people up.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
be genuine with that, because I've actually had people do that from other businesses, and I could tell right away that they were just complimenting me to start a conversation to sell me something.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that, like, there's a difference between complimenting them and like, but find something you're legitimately, interested in or love about them, so that you're genuine.
Always be genuine. Always. Like, even with your Facebook messaging, like if you're messaging someone, in your warm market that you already built a little relationship with and you're messaging them, don't lead with like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Like, unless you really think that, like, you be super genuine and or don't just like message them, hey, oh my gosh, how are you? By the way, have you heard of my business? Like, you really want to do things authentically, relationally. You want to be somebody who is real, you guys. So, sorry, hold on. Choked on my own spit. I haven't done that before. So it's one of those things where, if you're uncomfortable with the face-to-face or even just talking to people in general, you got to start taking those baby steps, because this is called network marketing for a reason, because it's marketing to your network. And if your network is this big, you can only market so far, right? So your job is to constantly be growing your network, whether that's through social media or face-to-face or whatever other options there could possibly be. But that is your job. And so you've got to figure out how to get outside of your comfort zone and start doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable. Because here's what's exciting, you guys. When you realize you do it one time, it feels weird and you didn't die, you're like, okay, I didn't die. That was interesting. You try it again, and then somebody engages you a little bit. You get better and better and better. And maybe you just need to challenge yourself the rest of this week to put your phone away when you're out and about and just start smiling at people. Or maybe you need to challenge yourself that you need to go through your Facebook friends list and just interact with some people, and don't just wait for people to come to you. Don't just like be a taker, be a giver. Take some time, maybe each day. Your goal is to message 3 people on your friends list, or post on their timeline something, a compliment or something kind, or just saying hello, saying happy birthday. Like, you want to be thoughtful in your interactions with people. So sometimes it just starts with the little tiny steps to make you start feeling more and more comfortable. And if you're somebody who struggles, and go ahead, Lacie, you're fine. Lacie's not feeling good. Go ahead, buddy, you're fine. If you're somebody who, keep your computer open. Are you on your computer? Mm-hmm. Keep your computer open. You can get off, but keep your computer open just in case the recording may download to you versus me.
Okay.
So maybe just like turn your camera off and just step away.
Okay.
Or
just turn your camera off and your volume.
I won't leave
or
them.
Turn your laptop where it's against the wall or something.
Yeah.
We don't.
Just in case I don't want to lose the recording. Okay, bud. Hope she feels better. Gosh, what was I saying? So if you're somebody also who struggles with your conversation, I think sometimes, so it's funny, I love deep, meaningful conversations. I love talking about things I'm confident in, but as soon as I have to make small talk, I suck at small talk. Like, I suck at it. I'm like, but I don't even know what to say with small talk sometimes. So it's something that I'm working on is learning how to do better with just like casual conversation and small talk. So if you're somebody who struggles with conversations or even asking somebody to connect on Facebook, I would encourage you to, even if you need to start doing some like role playing with your sideline, your upline, or just getting with somebody or teaming up and going out together. And that's awesome. Shawna and I love doing that when we happen to be together. We play off with one another. Find a way to get yourself comfortable is what I'm saying. If you go on Amazon and you type in the art of conversation, there are a ton of books that are going to pop up, you guys, on learning how to have small talk, learning how to have better conversations with people. So if that's something that you struggle with, I would highly recommend that you take the time to do personal development in that. Or maybe even like finding a book on just learning how to I think there's even books out there. It's like how to put like a presence out there to people. I don't know if that makes any sense. Not presence, but like your presence, like what you put out there, the vibe you give off. Even they talk about the whole RBF thing. It's a real thing, you guys. If people tell you that you have RBF, you got to straight up change that, because people with RBF are like less approachable, right? So it's just a fact. So Shawna, you want to say anything more about face-to-face?
Just like one thing I was thinking about too, like for people who are shy or whatever, a great way is if you're going out to breakfast, I wait and do my step 2, my shake, at breakfast. I like say to the waitress, oh, I forgot to do my shake this morning. Can you bring me, water, no ice? And they kind of look at you funny, and I mix it up right there to create a sense of conversation to where they ask me about it. Somebody's
yeah. I'm gonna mute everybody. Hold on, Shawna.
All right.
It's like some TV noise or something.
There we go. Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, no, that's really good. And you wear your DFT like super visible as well. And that's another thing. So if you're nervous to even approach people, then be that person who like does things out and about, wearing your DFT where people can see it, and then they're going to come to you and ask you about it. That's the beautiful thing about this thing right here, you guys. It sells itself just by wearing it where people can see it.
Yeah. It's harder in the winter. So you notice how high up I put mine so that if I have a sweater or coat on, you can see it. Or I've seen people do them on their hand, like
she's like right here. I'm about to put mine on my face with those new.
And I'm like, well, my duos are where you can't see them, so I have to have one visible. So I always wear. On the days that my duos can't be visible, I wear another one up high. So you can see it.
That's so funny. Just pop it on your forehead, girl. Seriously.
Exactly.
So does anybody have any questions? I think I saw Catherine. Catherine, was your hand up? Somebody had their hand up. I thought it was Catherine Clark, but maybe not. Oh, wait. Hold on. Catherine. Whoop.
I was showing my DFT.
Hold on, I can't hear you at all.
I was just showing my DFT. That's
all I was doing. Your hand.
Sorry.
No, your hand thing was up. Like your actual little, somehow it got hit. Okay.
No, not doing that.
Okay. No problem. Okay, you guys, if you have a question, just unmute yourself, and then we'll try to, I see Nancy has her hand up. Nancy, do you have a question, Nancy? Maybe people are hitting this by themselves. I'm going to go with she doesn't have a question. Okay. Somebody else. I saw something said like 4 hand raise. Do you guys know how to unmute yourself? Upper right-hand corner, it says unmute. This is my favorite part about Zooms. It's like, is anyone going to say anything? Oh, you asked us to raise our hands earlier. I meant like physical hands like this. Okay. Anyway, guys. So if anybody has a question, we'll take a few minutes to answer some questions. I don't want to keep everybody on here too long, but last thing I really want to stress about, because I don't want to make it, we could talk for forever on this topic, but is branding yourself. I said that a few times, but I cannot stress enough to you guys how important it is to figure out what you are about. Figure out what your brand is. So for those of you who maybe some of you follow me or know kind of like my branding, but most people know me as the hot message mama. Like that is my brand. Like I'm the hot mess. I'm a mom, but I have a message, and I'm always sharing about real life things, whether it's with my kid or me having hot mess moments and just whatever. And that is kind of what I've branded myself to be. And then I bring Lavelle into that, into my brand. I don't become the Lavelle girl. Lavelle is a part of what I do. And so I want to challenge each of you guys to, if you feel like you're struggling a little bit, to be like, well, I don't know how to do that. I want you to take some time, or maybe get with your upline and take a little bit of time to try to talk out what you're about. What do you love? Do you love cooking? Do you love yoga? Do you like baking? Do you like, are you a nurse? Are you a doctor? Or what are you about? What do you know? What are you like an authority in? Or what are you passionate about? What's your hobby? And so that's kind of where you want to start looking at that, and then making your posts and things that you're doing about that, and then incorporating Lavelle into that so that you're staying authentic, and that you are creating value to your Facebook community. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Whatever you do, though, make sure you're passionate about it. Make sure people feel, because that passion, because that's where they're going to feel connected and be drawn in, is when you're passionate about what your platform is, whether it's gardening, like it could be anything, but you have to find your passion and make that part of who you are. And Lavelle Thrive should be a part of that passion and that lifestyle, not that passion becomes a part of your Thrive story.
Yep. Absolutely. It all just kind of has to start working together. The most successful people you'll see have a variety of things going on. So if you don't believe us, go look at any other 200Ks page. Look at anybody else in your, anybody else who's 40, 80, 200K. Take a look at it and see what they're doing. And then obviously you're not going to copy that, but take some tips and pointers from that.
Okay.
Also,
like, we haven't touched on them going live more. That's something that's really huge, I think, in this business, this industry, because it really does play a huge role in Facebook and how many people interact with you and see you. So like we said, I do Munchie Monday or like Wacky Wednesday or different things with my kids. And I know lives can be very scary, even to me, someone who loves people. Like, they're horrifying while you're waiting for someone to pop on. You're like, you feel so dumb, but like, just talk. You just got to push through and talk. And like, the more people that, like, start to tune in, because it'll start to pop up if they watched your last video, the next time your video's on, they're going to get a notification, and it starts to get easier the more you do it. It's uncomfortable for everyone, no matter how successful you are in this industry or anything. It's going to be, there's a sense of discomfort. But like, nothing good ever came from not pushing through that discomfort. Did that make sense? I feel like that was nothing good roundabout way of saying.
No, it's so true, you guys. I'm telling you, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do things you've never done before. I promise you that if you stay, for those of you who have been in for a month or year or whatever, if you stay on the hamster wheel of just trying to repeat the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get any farther than you've gotten so far. You have to continue to push yourself and force yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, I live what I preach. I promise you that. You guys might be like, oh, Kristen, you don't care about, like, yeah, I do. There's a lot of things that I have had to overcome, and Shawna can attest to that. Catherine's on here. She can attest to that. I've overcome a lot of things, you guys. And every time I force myself to overcome a fear or something that terrifies me, the outcome is incredible. It really is. So you guys want to get more interaction on your posts, you need to start going live. And it doesn't have to be a Thrive experience. It doesn't have to be you being like, hey guys, I'm running a sale. It doesn't have to be anything even specific. It could be something cute with your kid dancing around to something. It could be you're going really, live at your kid's baseball game who's about to hit a home run. Like, the littlest things, it doesn't matter, because people like check it out really quick, or something funny. It's telling a quick, funny story. It doesn't matter, you guys. It will absolutely draw people into what you're doing. And also, you guys may not know this, but as long as you make your live public, all the lives get archived in, I don't know what it's called, but basically people can see lives if you make it public that aren't even your friend. So that's ways to draw other people into your business, which is obviously what we're trying to do, is grow our networks all the time. That is the game, you guys, that you want to be able to reach everybody in your network. You want to constantly be growing your network, and you want to constantly be growing yourself. you keep growing all of those things, you will be able to hit all the goals that you have.
Yeah, and consistency. We didn't touch on consistency.
Oh, we could go on for hours.
I know. We'll have to do a part 2.
Hey, Shawna.
Yeah,
Shawna,
go ahead.
it's Jacqueline Babler. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so one thing I know, I've got a few new people on here, and while we're talking about lives, because I'm just starting to tell my people we're going to start doing our, friends and family, we're going to do lives. That's kind of how we were doing it for kind of like a welcome call. But for them to start doing the lives, what are you guys telling your teams? Do you want them to be going live once a week? Because for a lot of people, you're right. It scares the shit out of them. Let's be honest. But I have no problem. I get on, and even if I don't have any viewers, I just have a full conversation with myself. And I'll even tell people, I'm like, this is great. You and me, we're talking right now. Because you know what? Sometimes someone's going to get on there and they're going to watch it. So let's be real. But, for me, I have no problem. I could go live 100 times a day, and I don't care. I mean, I could be in my bathrobe and I don't care. Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, for the person that is scared to death, and until they get over that fear of doing their first one, do you say once a week, twice a week? I mean,
I would say start with once a week, like start with one period, and then they'll find out that it's really not as scary as you think, have it built up in your head to be. And then another great thing too, when you're starting out, go live with someone else, because you can do 2 people on the screen at the same time. Kristen and I'll tag team and do videos sometimes, like crazy videos. And like one of them got, practically went viral, thousands and thousands and thousands of hits. There's a weird noise. But I say, if you're not comfortable, find somebody who is from your team and have them go live and talk about something fun, crazy, do something funny, the funnier, the better, the more, people that you reach, honestly. So
definitely. Or even just doing a launch live where it's like 5 minutes of talking about, they, come on and they're like, I'm going to be bringing Jacqueline on. I'm really excited. This is my first live. And it's okay to be like, I'm so terrified, because people are going to be like, girl, you're doing awesome. It's amazing. Like, people want to show support. So it doesn't have to be perfection, but I think with anything, just like what I was saying, even with starting with, if you're not comfortable talking to people in public, you just have to start doing something. Start with the one, see how you can do. I forget who said it, but there was somebody who said one time that if you want to change your business, go live every single day for 30-something days and watch and see what happens. So the more you can go live, even for short bursts, the better. But everybody has to start somewhere. So grab somebody who's comfortable with it and just go for it, you guys. Hopefully that helps a little bit, Jacqueline.
Yeah, I was just wondering what you guys were telling everybody, and you guys are the hosts tonight, so I just wanted, if anyone else had that question and didn't ask, like I said, I go live all the time, and a lot of times it's not even about Thrive. It's just, my kids and I are getting ready in the morning, and look at the hot mess I am, but my kids are, sucking down their kids' Thrive in the background, and I'm drinking my mix maybe. But so even to do a video, a lot of people stress like, well, I don't know the 3 steps. I don't know how to talk about the business. Okay, well, do that with your upline, and partner up, and that will get you over the fear. And then just do one that's separate, like sitting at a park. Oh my gosh, I'm just sitting at a park over my lunch hour, or I don't know, just whatever it is. I've been doing lately, like you said about branding yourself. I'm into homemade soaps and lotions and stuff. So I've been doing live videos on how to make your own. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I did salt, like sugar scrubs. So you guys just figure out like what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? If you freaking knit, do a live, like, oh, this is how you do a cross stitch. I know nothing about knitting. Okay. Right. I don't even know how to sew a button on, but whatever, so find your niche. I just thought that was really nice, and that's a good point. So
like Instant Pot, the Instant Pot videos are like, I see them all the time, and they draw in so many people. If you're really good with the Instant Pot, everyone's getting it. It's a new phase. Like, find what's relevant, right now, and like talk about it. If it's something you feel comfortable with or you're knowledgeable in that, take that, and that's your little niche or however you say it, and you go with it and work from there.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I actually like that. Even if you do knit, how cool to go live every week and teach somebody how to do a different type of, like, I don't know what you call it, stitch or something. I mean, seriously, people are into it just because, not, it's crazy. The people you attract, that's kind of the point, right? Is attracting like-minded people to you. And so I love that. Whatever you're into. I know, like, Catherine Clark, super into running. I don't know why, but she likes to run. I don't, but she does. And so she does a lot with that, and it's awesome. And she's drawn in a lot of people who are interested in what she's doing and like-minded people into what she's doing because of that. So it's awesome. Who else? Who else has something to say or a question? I see the hand things up, but again, I feel like it was like a fluke or something.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, there's somebody else. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Do you want me to go?
Yep, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you said, like, doing your own thing and then putting Lavelle into it. Can you, like, tell us how you would do that? Because I feel like somebody new kind of gets a little spammy with it. So
like, for instance, for me personally, like, I'll do my Munchie Monday, but I make sure that my DFT is showing in my video. It's subtle, and people are like, what is she wearing? What is that? And they'll ask. But I'm not talking about Thrive. I'm not talking about the 3 steps specifically. There's times where I will do that, but a majority of the time I try to make sure, like, sometimes I could be holding a Lavelle cup or wearing a t-shirt that says Lavelle. Or, like, it's subtle things and ways to
Shawna, hang on a second.
Kristen, we got to mute again.
Hold on.
All right.
I have to update mine.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
So it's just about incorporating to where they see and they wonder, and it intrigues them, I guess.
Yeah.
Or, like, I'll say, oh my gosh, like, who would have thought having a brand new puppy, was like having another baby? Thank God for my Thrive, because this is the only way I'm functioning, because I have to get up every 2 hours with this puppy, this baby, and I'll show a picture or video of the cute little puppy, and stuff, but kind of throw in there so they're like, oh, it's giving her energy, like little things like that from your daily life that you can incorporate into, living life,
Yep. There's probably a lot of you who are moms on here. So how many moms out there wish that you guys had this when you had a newborn or even younger kids, or, you wish you had it just a few months ago and you hadn't found it yet. It's the little things that are happening with your children every day, and you're subtly talking about how the products are helping you get through it. I do little bombs in mine all the time. Like, I won't even specifically talk about the product, but I'll say something like, oh my goodness, thank God I did my 3 steps this morning, or, thank God I always talk about, I'll do like a little tip at night, or a little thing at night, or funny picture of myself, even like with my capsules in my hand or something. And I'll give like a checklist of everything I did today and how I'm ending my day or something. And usually I'll put something on there, about rest or about balance or something. So it's it's a relevant post to most people. And then I throw a little something in about my Thrive products into it. So it's kind of incorporating both things into the post. So Steph, does that answer the question well enough? Okay, perfect. She's got her little one there. So yeah.
And like, another big thing too, is fall in love with the products. If you're not using them and passionate about them, then something is very wrong. I understand there's some instances where you can't for whatever reason, but more than likely there's something you can take, and there is something that you can be passionate about from our product lines. There's something that everyone can take, whether it's the kids, vitamin or something. Yeah. Like, I can't do rest, so I'm never going to really talk about rest because I'm not passionate about that. That's not something, but for me, the 3 steps saved my life, like literally transformed my life. And so I'm passionate about those, that I don't even feel like I need to touch on the other, products, because you know, I only can sell what I'm personally using and what my testimony is. And
Absolutely.
So like fall in love with the products. Like I encourage you to try different things, find out what you're passionate about and share that.
Definitely. Your passion and excitement, I'll tell you, you could know barely anything, but your passion and excitement can get you as far as 200K. I can tell you that much just by the way your testimony and how great you feel and the story that you share every single day and put out there. So let's open it up. I know somebody else had unmuted themselves. No, I can't see her anymore. I don't know if she's still on here.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
I'm running around doing chores, so
Good for you.
It's just after dinner here, so I'm one of the Canadian girls. So I'm feeding dogs and feeding husbands and all that. My kids are all grown. But I get all the branding things. I get that because I have a farm and spa and all that. But recently people said about sharing your stories. Now, do stories count as lives?
What do you mean?
Like when you're posting like stories on Facebook, does that come up as how you were saying that they archive lives and stuff like that?
No, they're not categorized the same way. You're talking about the new feature of where you can share your story. So using the story is definitely a powerful tool, and I would suggest that everybody uses that. But it's not. It will attract. It does attract in a way, but it's not as powerful as lives. Lives are still the number one way. But using the story feature is definitely something that Facebook is pushing. I don't think a ton of people. I remember watching a training one time with somebody on social media talking about how stories are like one of the up and coming features of Facebook. So it's not exactly the same, but you can definitely be utilizing that as well to help with engagement.
No, I just didn't know if it would work the same as using the lives.
Now the live.
I'll do more of the lives then. Because like this morning I did a live with the cat climbing all over my neck and my bird on my shoulder helping me do business stuff. Of course, he kept stealing my pen and things like that. But if it's better to go live, and I can talk till the cows come home about anything with the farm, but I just about shit the bed doing a live with Kayla the other day. You know, it was like, oh my God, Kayla's coming on with me. Doing stuff with Thrive, absolutely. I mean, I'm way better at the subtle part and then just throwing in, or I'm walking my horse and talking about, you know, oh my gosh, thank goodness I did my 3 steps this morning because we got a 2-hour walk ahead of us. Or, you know, me and my girlfriend the other day, I gave her Thrive before we went out because I was going to do nails and she hadn't done it yet. So I gave her 3 steps and we went on an 1.5-hour walk because I knew she wasn't going to sit still doing nails. So we laughed about that, walking all 3 horses, right? But talking about Thrive and doing those things, I get so nervous.
Yeah, well, that's actually such a great point, though, is if you feel confident in that, then talk about what you feel confident in and then integrate like you have been. That's awesome. You could be doing like a day in the life of a farmer like every day, you know, little things like that just draw people into what you're doing. So, but I would definitely suggest that you do lives just as much as doing stories. Definitely.
Yeah, I just started the stories, but I didn't know because I kept seeing everybody else's stories popping up, and I thought, oh crap, I better do that, right?
Yeah, but the lives do pop up there where the stories are. If that's what, I don't know if that's what you were talking about, because the lives show up now up at the top where the stories are. If you've had yeah.
Okay, now I got to go look at that.
Facebook's always changing something. I hate every time they're like, I have to update the app. I'm like, well, I don't know where the buttons are going to be now for a whole week. That's great. They're always changing something, but definitely lives are powerful. And the stories, I think, are more of like an up and coming thing that Facebook is trying to kind of push a little bit more.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, anybody else have any other questions about that before we hop off? Or about anything? Yeah, Brittany, you're right. It only shows when you were live, right? It doesn't like show like they were live. I can't remember. I'm still the stories thing is new to me. I've been trying to utilize it, but I haven't found the benefit for myself yet in it. But I think I watched a thing where Facebook is trying to push it and do more with photos and things. So I say, why not use everything that you can? Lisa.
Hi, honey.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I have a question because I've been struggling, and I asked my upline, and she's kind of stuck too, on getting free accounts.
Okay.
The only way I was getting any interest was having a drawing, and now people aren't even interested in the drawings anymore. So I'm really stumped because I'm not even halfway to 100 free accounts, and I'm just stuck, and I need suggestions.
Okay, yeah, don't stress yourself out. I mean, free accounts are a great thing, but don't stress yourself out about that. How's it been going with growing your networks? I know that's something we've talked about before. Are you adding in new people to your network daily and interacting? And okay.
Yes, I pick a letter every day, and I go through my friends list, and I comment on, one or two of their posts, and it's making a difference because people that never commented, like say on my good morning post, they're commenting on that, and they're liking my Thrive things. So that's working.
That's awesome. It takes time as you're growing your network. I know when we're doing things, we want to see changes happen so fast, but unfortunately that's where that consistency comes in, and where people sometimes start to give up because they're like, oh, it's not happening fast enough. I must be doing something wrong. When the truth is you're doing it right. You just have to keep doing it, and you have to stay consistent with it. So you want to be, obviously you're stimulating your current network, but you want to make sure that you're also continuing to add into that network, and then also making sure that those people you've gotten those free accounts with, that you're giving them extra attention to, making sure that you are taking the time with them and trying to get 3-day minis and things like that out to them, because I'm all about free accounts, but what's better is somebody who buys something. So that's definitely a huge thing. I'm a big believer in you as long as you are doing your best and you are doing things consistently, don't get down on yourself because you haven't been able to do something that somebody else does. Everybody comes into this business, or whether you're coming into this business or you've been a part of another business, everyone starts at a different place. They really do. You can't compare where you're at right now to where anybody else is at, because we all have a different starting place. Right. No matter what we do. So Lisa, you've come so far. You're doing amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I love that you're going through your list. Like, that's awesome. The fact that you are seeing those changes happening means you're on the right path. So stay the course. Don't get frustrated, but continue to be adding to that network as much as you can on top of continuing, like I said, to stimulate your current network. So don't stress yourself out.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Mama.
You're welcome. Does anybody else want to add anything to that for Lisa?
I don't have anything to add to that, but I have another question.
Sure.
I'm new to this, so I'm kind of just been listening to many different live events and meetings and everything like that. But I just had a question as far as the postings and live events go. When you go live, how do you guys handle, because I know there's going to be haters out there. There's haters no matter where you go.
Yeah.
So how do you guys handle that? Is you're posting something or you're doing a live video and you get people that are commenting negative things? How do you guys handle that?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yes, go ahead.
It's hard, just like, I don't know if you heard what Chastity said when she was on here, but she said, we're in the business of rejection. And that's not meant to be a negative thing about what we're doing. What we're doing is amazing. We're in the business of changing lives. But with that comes people who are not ready to change their lives, people who are ugly sometimes. And I just did a live the other day, and I don't really get a bunch of negativity, but the more I do lives now, it's starting to reach broader audiences. And I had like 5 people on there being nasty, like putting all these mean faces, like all this stuff. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't distract me, but I was like, okay, I'm going to deal with this afterwards. I made sure I just blocked those people out because I don't need that kind of negativity. And I went on with it. There are just people out there who are just unhappy with their life, and they can't stand watching somebody else take the steps to do something amazing for their own life. And you have 2 choices when those things happen. Is one, you can let it bother you and deter you from continuing to enhance your life and continuing to work toward building your dreams and goals and all the reasons you had for joining this business. Or you can be like, okay, I'm coming for you. I cannot wait till the day that I sign you up. And you just change your whole mindset on it, and you put them on a haters list or something, and you're like, I am going to put hearts on your wall. You know, it's like you just change your mindset in it to where, instead, knowing that you're never going to do something, every time you're going in the right direction or doing something where you're going to shift something in your life, you're always going to encounter some type of wall or some type of negativity. It is bound to happen. You know, they say I forget what the whole saying is, but it's like, you're not changing the world unless you're running into haters or something, you know, or running into people who are negative. So you kind of just have to start building up, you know, a little bit of a protection around you, just to say, you know, I know what I'm doing is amazing. I'm loving my products. I'm building my dreams, and you're not paying my bills. So I'm not going to worry about what you have to say. So whether you might be that person who needs to go ahead and delete negative comments. Some people are like hardcore and will actually comment underneath some kind of like amazing thing. But I personally just delete negative comments and move on and work with the people that are excited and ready to partner with me. So
I honestly have my own family make nasty comments and do things, you know? And I literally do. I ask anyone, and people are appalled all the time. They're like, who is that? I'm like, it's my sister. Or it's my brother, you know? Yeah. And so, like, when people comment negative things, if they're not family, I just approach it as though it's my brother or my sister being stupid, you know? Like, it's family. They're dumb. They say dumb things. They don't understand. They're ignorant. And that's the way I tell, you know, like, you just have to reassure yourself that you're at the right place, the right time. You're trying to better your life, and they're not paying your bills. So it doesn't matter their opinions or what they think or say or do, because, you know, like, they're not paying your bills. Yeah. You know?
And they just don't matter at the end of the day. Anybody who's going to be negative like that adds no value to your life. So it's just like, bye, Felicia, you know?
Yep.
Moving on. So,
so just think of them as a sibling picking on you, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Be like, I cannot wait until you join my team. You're going to be so positive. It's going to be amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So.
Well, thank you, ladies.
You're welcome, honey. And welcome to the team, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're in the right place. I promise you that.
I feel like I am.
Good. What else? All right. We'll take one more question, comment, and then we'll hop off. And you guys feel free to hop off. I know we've gone over an hour. Sometimes we're long-winded. Like, imagine if Lacie was still on here. We'd be going on and going and going.
Till midnight.
Yeah. Full Thrive party in here. All right, anybody else?
Oh, hi.
Some little one. So cute.
What do you got to say?
Yeah, it sounds like Sophia. All right, you guys. All right, well, we'll hop off here. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I will post, we will figure out who has the recording, whether it's me or Lacie. One of us will post it up on the Dream Team tomorrow. And if you guys have any other additional questions, you can just ask it on the post under this video tomorrow. So thank you guys for hopping on. I hope that you guys found some value in spending the evening with us tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.